everyone, and welcome to this new video with me, Shruti. Now in this video I want to speak a little bit about karma, which is perhaps a really popular subject in in maybe the new age community. What I found was that a lot of people were speaking about this recently. It just kept coming up in different ways. So I thought I was guided to make this video to kind of shed light on this from my perspective. And the thing is that in my own work and in my own life, I don't really use the word karma because I found that we have a lot of attachment still to it. So in truth, karma is just the law of cause and effect. And it's something like every action has an equal and opposite reaction. And it's as simple as that you are the creator of your own reality. And if you choose a certain reality, then you create it in the external. And when we are not yet aware that we actually are the creators of our own reality, we are not aware of this at a feeling level, then we can kind of feel trapped because all of these old storylines, they keep repeating, they keep circulating, you can say, in our heads, and we feel stuck within them, and then we feel that we can't change it. So that's when we create this box for ourselves, and then we just keep going around in that box, thinking that this is all there is. But in truth, that's not the truth at all. So this is what I wanted to speak about, that if you, let's say, you look at somebody else and you see how they're really free in what they're doing, and this is something that you haven't found this freedom in yet, then catch yourself in the moment having those thoughts. Ask yourself, is this really true, that that I'm trapped here and this can't be my reality? Because whenever we have these feelings, that even if they're kind of negative, when we feel stuck, or we feel, let's say, jealous of somebody else, or we feel that somebody else has something that we don't, and maybe we feel like we can't have it, then that's not necessarily such a negative thing. It starts as perhaps a negative feeling, that feeling of separation. But when we are present within it, when we are present in the moment, then we just see how, we just observe this, and we go into the pure desire that we have, because behind these feelings, behind these emotions, is that pure desire for freedom, and for just that pure expression of our soul, which is through joy and freedom. So instead of just stopping there and just looking at someone, or feeling trapped in a box, ask yourself if this is really true in the moment, and allow those emotions to come up as they're coming up, and just observe them, because that is what we need. When we are just present in the moment, then we realize that it's kind of like we realize that we are separate from it. It doesn't define us, and that attachment that we had, then we kind of lose that sense, and it merges into the oneness that we are. The most important thing is that we are present with ourselves in every moment. Just be present in your life, and life will show you whatever it's mirroring in each moment. And with that wisdom, then you can move forward in the next moment and co-create something even more expansive. And this is how we live as love. We know ourselves as the flow of life, and we don't define ourselves as this, that, or the other, and limit ourselves in that way. We just know that we are a soul that's constantly expanding, and we expressed ourselves in the moment, the way that came through, and that it was perfect, and that this moment is equally perfect and it offers us a whole brand new potential. So in this way, we live completely free of baggage, and there isn't just this whole thing. It's like this chain that we're carrying along the whole time, of the things that we have done and the things that we know ourselves to be, There's none of that. You just know yourselves as this beautiful soul that's this perfection of creation. So really, it's just about being completely vulnerable in the moment and being completely honest with yourself. Because when we are completely open in heart and to whatever the moment offers, it requires us to fully open up, and that is that feeling of nakedness, that feeling of vulnerability. And in that space, we can't hide from ourselves and we can't hide from what is. But it's this richness of experience, you see. So when we are present like that in every moment, then it will already show us what we need to know, and we don't further need to just keep analyzing so much and keep our lower minds so busy. Instead, we can just feel that joy and create from that space of joy. So I hope that this video was helpful because I really found how we can kind of get stuck on these different definitions, like karma, and different aspects in our astrology or psychology, you name it, whatever we define ourselves to be. And beyond that, there's just this knowing of yourself as love. And so I hope that this video was helpful. I also want to say that I've started to make these soul portrait packages. So if you order this package, then you get a soul portrait and you get a poem from me, which is also a soul poem, and a bracelet, a gemstone bracelet. And the whole package has to do with the higher codes that come through, these soul codes. So if you are called to this, please check it out. I'll link it in the description below. And these packages, they're not about, because I'm not really a painter, so it's not about like a brilliant technique in painting, but my main focus is self-mastery. So it's more about the codes that come through, and the beauty of your soul. And when we see that reflected in an object of art or in poetry, then we can attune to it from within and ignite it from within. So that's the main focus. And if this is something that you're called to, then have a look. Hey guys, so I just wanted to leave us with this clip in the end of this stream that's here. And I'll just zoom in a second, but I want to show you what the landscape is like. And this stream actually, it's quite long. You can walk along it for an hour. But what I wanted to show you was that, how this water, it's just so fluid. And even though there's a set path that the stream follows, the water doesn't know itself as anything fixed. It's flexible, and it just takes the shape of the path that it follows. And even though the path is set, it experiences nothing but complete freedom within it. And this is how we are, we are this freedom, this complete state of freedom. There's nothing heavy to carry, it's not like you're carrying all the rocks. You just know yourself as this beautiful flow of life.